Landwalker. This robot was built in 2005 and is the first humanoid robot of its size. It is 11 feet tall and weighs about 2,200 pounds. The robot comes from Japan and was designed by Sakakibara Kikai. It was created with the efforts of just a couple of people. Interestingly, despite having legs, Landwalker does not walk in the usual sense of the word. It has tracked platforms on its feet that allow the robot to move across flat surfaces at speeds of up to 1 mile per hour. Landwalker has no practical use and was created purely as an exhibit. However, it can shoot soft rubber balls. Magazine Speed Loader. The cartridge of the US AR-15 semi-automatic rifle has a capacity of 45 rounds. Manual loading is too time-consuming, so police officers and hunters prefer to use special devices. Unfortunately, they are quite expensive, so the option you see on the screen is sure to catch your attention. It's a homemade automatic reloading device made from a piece of wood. The device has a simple construction and is assembled with a standard set of carpentry tools. Detailed video tutorials on its construction can be easily found online. Can press. Empty cans take up too much space. Therefore, before transporting them to the recycling center, they need to be processed and compressed to a more compact size. A good alternative to the usual manual work in this case is a homemade can crusher like this one. It works with cans of any size, and the working cycle lasts exactly 2 seconds. Thus, productivity can reach up to 1,800 cans per hour. Perhaps the only drawback of the device is the need for manual loading. The press is powered by a standard power supply. Lift. Regular viewers of our channel have seen many professional high-tech lifts for building materials. However, you can build one with your own hands. This one, for example, is designed to lift tools, shingles, and other materials weighing up to 500 pounds onto the roof. Surprisingly, it's made almost entirely of wood. Mini food processor. Lack of advanced appliances in the kitchen is not a reason for frustration. You can find enough video tutorials on the internet to make one with your own hands. For example, this mini processor was built with a bottle cap, an electric motor, and a battery. The master used a drill and a hot glue gun. You can blend food in a glass jar with the blender attached directly to the lid of the jar. It's not the most powerful food processor out there, however, it's more than enough to turn soft fruit into a puree. Porsche 996 hoverboard. If you are a sports car lover, we recommend you to step away from the screen, because this extravagant vehicle was made from an authentic Porsche 996. The Spanish studio Bell & Bell is responsible for the creation of these models. The Porsche 996 hoverboard no longer reaches supersonic speeds, and its characteristics make it similar to a self-balancing scooter. It's also known that the vehicle will feature a backlight and an integrated voice assistant. Interestingly, the Bell & Bell team used to design furniture. Not surprisingly, their vehicle looks more like a sofa on wheels. This is perhaps the most dangerous homemade invention of all, a roller coaster. This huge project was carried out by a British inventor in his backyard. That's where he tested the mini roller coaster and then set it in operation for family and friends. The tracks were assembled mostly from wooden parts, the rails were made of plastic tubing, and the sleepers are made of wood. The car is very simple, and the users are protected by safety belts. The internal mechanisms are powered by a 3.5-inch air catapult that generates over 1,200 pounds of thrust. The track is quite short too, so it only takes a couple of seconds for the car to reach the end of it. However, the initial speed gives you a thrill and a rush of adrenaline to the bloodstream. Plastic shredder. There are many ways to combat plastic pollution on the planet. For example, with a homemade shredder. This device can effectively shred all kinds of plastic waste, like bottles, caps, containers, cups, and plastic details of various devices. The design of the machine is very simple. The waste plastic is deposited into the container, where it moves towards the rotating shaft. Here it is shredded and then fed onto a small conveyor belt that discharges the shredded material into a bucket for further transport. For particularly hard and coarse plastics, the operator uses a special tool to push the object. The resulting mass is ideal for recycling.
She's going to use that. These are thinner plastics. As you can see, right now they're kind of bigger chunks. We don't have a screen.
Paratrike. The core of this homemade flying machine is a Lifan engine, similar to the popular and well-known Honda GX640 engine. The power output is 17 horsepower, according to the creator. Along with the gearbox, muffler, and propeller, it weighs no more than 105 pounds, making it easy to transport. As for its structure, it's a standard paratrike. The parachute is used as a wing. The pilot during the flight is seated on a wheeled trolley. These vehicles are created by the Russian Alexander Maslov. It's even possible to buy one of his creations for $650. This invention is the living embodiment of the phrase, work smarter, not harder. Instead of spinning the meat on the grill manually, the guys from the Tasmanian studio Fork and Farm Homestead created this unusual grill. At first, it only consisted of a bicycle wheel, empty cans, and a water tank. It operated like a water wheel and was powered by a solar pump. Later, however, the project grew and the structure was considerably enlarged. It took more than 100 empty cans to build it. Now, the automatic grill is powered by a windmill.